99.9 of Voice FM. This is Collision with Tonight, Jono and Cat. On the phone right now, we have Brandon from 10,000. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, how are you, Cat?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. It's Friday, so I'm about as good as it can be.
Getting ready for the weekend.
Well, yeah, I guess the weekend's here. I guess the weekend started at about 5 o'clock, or at least at the first wine.
I know. There's a lot of gigs happening around Australia this weekend too. But actually, we were just talking, you've got a gig coming up this week at Cherry Bar.
Next weekend, yeah, the 13th. Relaunching our album, getting it out there. So it's going to be, anytime you play Cherry Bar, it's always Melbourne's kind of like best and brightest of the rock scene come out to play, and it's always a great night. But the unfortunate fact of it is I'm going straight from off stage. Like literally last note, guitar to the tech, and straight off to the airport, flying to Germany about an hour after the gig.
Why are you doing that? Is it holiday?
Oh, well, sometimes you just got to challenge yourself to do something stupid.
So it's not with 10,000, it's just you?
Oh, no, it's just me darting off, doing a bit of jet setting.
Okay. Trying to make us jealous here, Jono.
Yeah, I would enjoy a trip to Germany, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be warmer than Ballarat at the moment.
Yeah, it would.
No, don't worry, it's Germany. I think, I went there once before, and I was experiencing probably the coldest things I've ever had. It was minus 26 at one point.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry, Ballarat's fine. You're all okay. If someone needs to piss outside, you're not going to freeze.
Actually, this week it could possibly have frozen. But anyway, you've actually got First Light, a full-length album. Is this your debut album?
This is our debut album. We've released a few singles and an EP before, but this was the first time that we actually did the whole full length, and we really wanted to sit down and make a whole album experience, not just a collection of songs we've been making over the past few years, but we really wanted to set out to be, from start to finish, a really interesting whole piece for someone to listen to. Kind of bring back the album experience if we can.
Yeah. And it is called First Light. Is that because it's your first album that you called it that?
Well, it was, it sounds a bit like it could be that way, but it's also more of the first initial feelings we had towards these songs. We were pumping them out as core emotional responses, so it was kind of more from that angle.
Right.
And also we're all science fiction buffs, so we went from, it sounded like a pretty good sci-fi name for a movie.
Awesome. And you do have The Departed is the first single off of the album. Is that an indication of what people can expect from the whole album, which the album is actually available already?
Yeah, just available via our site at gigs, and of course on iTunes and Spotify, YouTube. Hit it up. We're sprawling it all throughout the interwebs. But with Departed, the whole album's quite varied. There's a lot of different stuff going on, but I think Departed to us was a really good flag to put out there. A really good anthem, I guess you could say, that we really wanted to show you what was going on in our minds.
Yeah, and you were actually mentioning where it's available on that, but you have these really cool limited edition USBs of the album. Yeah,
well, it all started when we got to thinking, if someone gave me a CD, I don't actually really, I don't have a CD player around, everything's digital, even computers are coming without CD drives, so kind of, like I said, we're all science fiction buffs, so we were thinking, what would you do, what's going to be the next kind of thing, and we came up with the idea of having a card that is a USB. It's not a regular USB, but it's actually a card, the same shape as a credit card with the art on it. You flick out the USB notch and a million extra features in there from not just the album, but a whole video, and a photographic diary of the whole recording.
Yeah, I was about to say that it goes with the science fiction theme of the.
Yeah. Everyone should be a bit of a nerd at heart.
Ahead of the times, but it actually gives a good connotation, like you can get those credit card wallets to keep your CD collection or your music collection in.
Exactly.
Yeah. So people are going to have to, all the other bands are going to have to go and steal your idea.
Well, they do say that flattery is imitation is the highest form of flattery, and I'm going to tell myself that way if it happens, but
And you do, of course, you've got your website, 10,000 Official, and on Facebook you are 10,000 Music.
And unfortunately, 10,000 has to usually be followed by something on the web.
Yeah. Have you made 10,000 yet? I won't ask that.
Pardon?
I said, have you made 10,000 yet? You've probably spent that though, haven't you?
Well, when it came to the recording, we actually did it quite cheaply because we own all our own studio equipment and went into we hired an old symphonic studio and moved in for a week and a half and basically set up beds next to our guitar rigs and the drum kit. And any time of the day, we would record 3 a.m., whatever. It's 4 a.m., time for solos. But it was a great way to do it because we engineered it ourselves. Marty, the other guitarist, mixed it. So we ended up actually doing it really organically, and quite cheaply, which was an interesting way to do it,
And what about future plans then? Like you said, you're going to Germany, but are we going to see 10,000 jetting off overseas this year or next year?
Oh, ASAP, most definitely. And I heard you saying before about Diva Demolition that are based in Croatia, and it's really interesting the type of places you'll find big and really creative music scenes. And I really want to take 10,000 around and explore that. Like, there are places like South Korea and Japan that we kind of forget about a lot. We talk about London and LA and New York all the time, but there are so many places that are booming in terms of really brilliant music.
Yeah. Yeah, in Europe, I think every band can be a star in at least one country. They can be a top 10 band if they find the right country.
Like that. The scenes, like in my experience in Europe, it's like a lot more dedicated. And there's this because there's such a huge populace, so you can get like a lot of really interesting bands coming to the forefront.
Yeah, and probably because it's so damn cold in winter too, they all stay home and write.
Yeah. You have nothing else to do. Listen to rock or freeze to death.
Yeah, and you are, of course, playing, it's not this Saturday night, but next Saturday night, June 13th, at the Cherry Bar with Green Thief and the Drop Bears.
Yeah, most definitely, and always looking forward to hitting the Cherry Bar stage.
I don't know if I should ask this on air. Is that a free event, that one, or?
That is 13 at the door.
Right.
But of course, then you're at Cherry Bar all night.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be at Cherry Bar.
I'm sure there are people, but we'll just pretend they don't exist at the moment.
Okay. Well, on June 13th, everyone in Melbourne wants to be at Cherry Bar to see 10,000.
At least I would like so.
Because they've got to come and buy you a drink before you jet off.
Yeah, because that's exactly how everyone needs to hit a 24-hour flight. A hangover in a metal tube 30,000 feet in the air doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
Well, most people, I've seen the odd person get pretty wasted on a long-haul flight.
Yeah, that odd person might have been me a few times, but, I'm trying to learn from lessons.
Yeah, well, I hope you survive this trip, and I hope you have a great night. And the album First Light is available right now, and if you go to 10,000official.com, you can find that, or go to 10,000 Music on Facebook and grab hold of one of these USBs before they're gone, because they look really cool.
Thank you. And alternatively, you can look us up on Spotify or YouTube. We have the whole album up on YouTube as well for people to listen to.
But people should definitely give you a like on Facebook and keep up with everything that you guys are up to.
Oh, most definitely. We try to be as interesting as possible.
Thank you for talking to us.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
And we're going to actually play your single now, The Departed.
Fantastic.
And we'll have to have a chat with you when you are all going to jet off to Europe.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
This is 10,000 and The Departed.